but more intelligent. I'm going to let you sit on that and you can continue to think. You know, you don't have to have kids, but I want you to use that little piece of information and consume it. Like, I mean, completely take it into advice. Just absolutely absorb it. And honestly, you'll probably end up unfriending me after this, and you know, that's totally cool. That's totally fine. I'm probably annoying the shit out of you anyways. But just realize what I've said. You take it in, use it, whatever. Don't care. You can throw it in the
At the very
trash.
least, even if I don't have kids, I could always just I'll just do this. Oh, I'm crashing. Jesus. Okay. I guess at the very least, like, even if I don't have kids, I could still at least teach kids that I come across. Maybe there's something I can tell them that'll at least help them realize something. Even if I don't have kids myself, I could always still. Doesn't mean I can't teach other kids. You know, there's always that.
Yep. You can always teach somebody else's kids, but, you know, just don't let the government find out about what you're doing to these, I guess you could call it, humans, because it is against their right. But the rights were made by another human who probably wasn't the smartest anyways.
True.
And I'm not one to press religion on you guys, but God is a topic that a lot of people have misread and miscommunicated. Even Jesus, and Jesus was actually real.
That's my belief.
Yes, you
real,
want to study it yourself, because God is not what people have perceived God to be. God didn't make anything.
And I don't do that. I don't believe. For me, I have my own personal religion, and I'll give my 2 cents on this. So that's fine. Personally, I believe that obviously, my full belief is that all of us obviously have a soul, and that, you know, once you, and you are kind of conformed to your physical body, but your soul is still with you. You are your soul is with you, blah, blah, blah. If you were to believe in a very specific religion, then your soul will kind of stick with it. It will kind of understand that, okay, well, if my physical self believes it, I must believe it. It kind of is, it's the same as you. So let's say 10 million people, right? You know, they all believed in the exact same idea, heaven and hell, God, this, that, whatever, and they choose, okay, they're gone. Their soul gets released from their body, and where do they go from there? They go to heaven or hell, because their soul obviously conforms to that religion that they believed in all their life. Whereas for someone else, maybe they don't believe in God. Maybe they believe that they get to fly in the infinite universe and, you know, kind of explore on their own, do what they want, see different facets of different types of life that they could find. And so when their soul gets released, they don't submit to God. They don't conform to that, because they never believed in that. Sure, God is real, heaven and hell is real, but that's only because the other people believed it is, and therefore it's real for them. But that guy doesn't believe in it, therefore his soul just is there. And now he gets to fly off into the infinite universes because he doesn't conform to God. And in my case, for me personally, I kind of say that I become my own God. My soul is no longer trapped in the physical form that I am born with. Once my soul gets released, I'm off to do my thing. I am now no longer bound by God. I'm not bound by a God. I am no longer bound by the universe's rules or laws. I am there to do what I want to do, however I see fit. Of course, I don't plan to do any something crazy or fucking psychotic or anything, because I'm not an asshole. But, you know, who knows? There's things that I want to change. There's things that I'd probably mess with. Who knows? There might be a day where I could figure out time travel. There might be a day where I can actually figure out, you know, maybe I could figure out how to change planets. Who knows? I might try different things. And if it's possible, and I truly believe that it is possible that I could do that, because I don't care. I don't want to conform to anybody. I want to be my own. I want to do my thing. Obviously, I believe that you could also visit other people. Let's say that you do not believe in that whole heaven and hell thing, right? Let's say you don't believe that you should conform to a God, but someone else does, and that someone is part of your family, and you still want to visit them, kind of give that whole sentiment with them. You can still go see them, but God no longer you're not under God's command. You might be in His kingdom, for example, but you're not listening to Him, and you don't have to, because you don't conform to Him. So He has no power over you, and that's what I believe. So because for example, I have family members that believe in different things, heaven and hell. Some of them believe in something different. I'm still going to be able to see them regardless. But whoever they believe in, they're submitting their souls to that person because they believe they get it, right? So, like, with like Christians, Catholics, they believe they should be submitting to God's will. And so, if God does whatever they want, then yada yada yada. So if I were to visit God's kingdom, for example, quote unquote, his kingdom, and I wanted to visit a family member, I'm there to see them. God has no power or authority over me if I were to visit. Even if I'm in his kingdom, I still have my own power. I can do what I want when I'm there because I've never believed and conformed to him, and I refuse to. I refuse to believe in only myself, and obviously that, Obviously, I'm not going to be selfish or anything. I'm not going to be selfish or anything, but I'm still not going to, I'm not going to conform to any god or anything like that. So anytime I see people say, no, my book is correct, your thing is wrong, your thing is wrong, I'm just going to say you're both right. None of you are right or wrong. It's just, obviously, as far as I know, humans only made up religion because we wanted to make up a reason to not fear death. We were scared of death. We didn't know what to figure it out, so we obviously just made it up and people believe in it.
No, you are the first person to actually know about that. I have talked to so many people. I have talked to many people about religion. You are the second person to say that. I say that shit a lot, actually, and I said it to a Christian, which completely changed his fucking aspect on everything he ever thought about. And I'm going to discuss with you about what you have been just talking about, and I am going to go back to the time of meditation. A lot of the things that you had just said, you can find the answers to with meditation. Our human minds, and based on our soul, you can telepathically speak to somebody. I am telling you right now, you can tap into somebody else's mind. You can tap into somebody else's soul through meditation. And hold on, before I disclose any other information, I just want to let you know that when you are beginning to meditate, and it's just how your body wants to meditate, you have to find that specific spot, that sweet spot. But in this trial of stages and meditation, which is something that the internet will not teach you, you will go through the first stage, which is, why am I doing this? And you will start asking questions to yourself, and you have to snap out of those kind of questions. And then you will hit insanity. You will hit a stage of insanity where you start asking numerous kind of psychotic questions to yourself. And once you snap out of that, you will actually reach the third stage. And I'm not going to tell you about the third stage, and I'm not going to tell you how to get out of it. But once you get past the third stage of meditation, you will actually be in what is known as meditation. And once you hit that sweet spot, shit, I'm getting chills, sorry. Once you hit that sweet spot, you become something that you never knew existed. You will become something that can see things that you never would have thought you've been able to see. You will remember things that you never really ever thought that you could know. You can tap into every single thing that you've seen in your life. You can watch your life as a movie if you wanted to. But what's even better about this deep meditation is you can feel and see and talk to all of the things that are supernatural around you. Whether that is a human soul, whether that is a lost soul that got stuck on Earth because they didn't know about anything. But once you hit that stage, you will see, hear, feel everything. And it's such an out-of-body experience. And some people who have experienced that microdose mushrooms, shrooms, psychedelics. And I promise you, it is the Earth's natural eye-opener. And that is why the government is trying to regulate those as well. But they can't. The only thing that is illegal is to grow shrooms. You can buy spores, you can buy a lot of different things, but it is illegal to grow shrooms in a lot of places. And that is because the government is so fucking stupid that they haven't done enough research on it. But there are people that have.
Kind of reminds me of a weird theory that I heard a while back where someone said that what if, it was on Reddit, granted, I know I'm using the internet, but It was basically on like Reddit about like a shower thought, you know, those whole things. But because I thought it was funny, but at the same time, I kind of thought it kind of took me a second to realize, wait, what if this person is actually saying the truth, as conspiracy theory-ish as it might seem? They said something about like, what if mushrooms? What if like us taking psychedelics and mushrooms is actually what we're supposed to see and stuff like that? But because the government makes it illegal, it's